Hi everybody, this is Nick from OVA Let's Plays. It's crazy that we reached 800. I want to thank you guys so much for your support. No channel is anything without its subscribers, and you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. We are so close to 1,000. Thank you so much, everybody. Number 1. The first fact is that I'm an INFP on the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. INFP stands for Introverted, Intuitive Feeling and Perceiving. We're very imaginative, very inside of our own heads, very introspective, and we're a very rare type. We only have 4% of the population, roughly. We're not the rarest, but we are one of the more rare ones. And for that, and for the fact that we're often inside our own head, we can feel quite different from a lot of other people, and we feel often like we're the outsiders and we don't quite fit in, which can sometimes be tough. If you would like to know more about the INFP personality type, I will include links in the description below. Number 2. The second fact is that I'm AB positive blood type. My plasma is universal and can go for anybody, and I can receive red blood cells from anyone. Also, we are one of the more rare types, comprising roughly 3 to 4% of the population. I originally found out about blood types playing Resident Evil when most characters have the blood type, and I realized this was significant in Japanese culture. Oftentimes, blood type is attributed to personality. Which I think is interesting, but possibly might not be true. Number 3. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is my favorite TV show for many reasons, but it combines comedy, horror, romance, drama, so many elements and so many genres within one. The characters are varied, but they're very interesting and very different from each other in a lot of ways, and very fleshed out. My favorite characters are Spike and Willow, just because they're both so intelligent and I can relate to them so much, and they're so funny. They have so much humor and so many great lines and parts in the story. I can relate to all the characters in various ways, but out of all of them, Spike and Willow are my favorites by far, and I can relate to them the most. Number 4. Fall is my favorite season, followed closely by wintertime. I just really love fall and winter for so many reasons. The weather is a little bit cooler. I really like the holidays. I love the food. Some people say they don't like being cold. I don't like being cold either, but I like the contrast of being cold and then being warmed up by like food or tea or nice warm blankets. I just like that contrast more rather than being hot and then being cold. Springtime I don't mind too much, but summertime feels like it lasts forever, and it kind of does over here. It lasts for like about 4 or 5 months. And so I just really miss fall and wintertime during the summertime. It's just tough to wait through, but I get through it every year. Number 5. My favorite genre of music is metal, but I especially like metal covers of video games and movies and things like that. And so I find a lot of metal cover artists on YouTube. People like Frog Leap Studios, 331 E-Rock, Jonathan Young, Artificial Fear. There's also Family Jewels and Furtick and Leonard Art Hazing and Toxic Eternity and Richard. They do a bunch of really cool ones. Like Frog Leap Studio does a lot of pop songs and stuff and movie themes, and they're just all awesome. But there's also this guy who does Terraria, Metal Fortress. He does Terraria metal music, so he'd be awesome to check out. I highly recommend all of them, but especially since the Terraria YouTuber, I recommend Metal Fortress too. I like metal music for its intensity, and I just like how it's really cool because sometimes it's elegant, but it's also very passionate, and oftentimes I'm bored, and that kind of keeps me awake or keeps me going, and it kind of pumps me up. So that's why I like metal music. Number 6. I'm a wrestling fan, especially back in the old days, back in the Attitude Era. I remember I played WWF No Mercy back in the N64, and it's still considered by many quite possibly to be the best wrestling game of all time. I just really like the Attitude Era. I love the storylines. And the next best era was the Ruthless Aggression era, which was also pretty good with storylines. But after that, WWE has kind of made a slight decline, and it's not quite as good in the PG era as it used to be. I used to watch WWE SmackDown and Raw almost every night, every week that it came out. But now I just check on highlights and stuff, and I still watch it from time to time, but not as much as I used to. Number 7. My favorite video game is a hard thing to decide, and as I think it is with a lot of people, I grew up playing SNES, and there were so many great games back then, and later on I ended up playing the N64 a lot, and there's so many video games from that era as well. And just because of that, I grew up playing them, and there's so many games that are just considered works of art, and they'll always have a special place in my heart for that, and they'll always have a nostalgia factor. I want to play them eventually, and let's play them. But recently, I've played Terraria, and I've played a lot of Let's Plays of Terraria, and it's not just because I'm doing Let's Plays of it, and they're doing fairly well. It's because the depth and the subtlety of depth that this game has. Like, when you first play it, you don't think it's going to last it long, but I've played it longer than I have Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I've played this game for 100, 200 hours, and it keeps evolving through updates, and it keeps growing and changing and just getting better over time. And it's like a growing game that just grows with you over time, and it's testament of how long it's lasted. And there'll be future games like Terraria Otherworld eventually, a couple years from now or so, or whenever they do it. And eventually there'll be Terraria 2 as well. But until then, the other part why I like it is because of the mods that the Terraria community has come up with. They're just amazing and are like expansions to the game, like the Thorium mod and the Calamity mod. So if I had to ask, I would say the Terraria is my current favorite game right now, just because of so many reasons, including the ones I said. Number 8. Favorite foods, much like favorite video games, are hard to decide. However, I do love fall foods like Thanksgiving food, and hearty fall foods like chili and soup. In fact, on OVA Let's Plays, or One Vlog Away, we made our own soup with tortellini and turkey sausage, and it's one of the best soups I've ever had. And Michelle is a really good cook, and I'm very lucky for many reasons, but that's one of them. I am so lucky to have her in my life, and she is so supportive with the channels, and she's just an awesome fiance, and I love her so much, and I appreciate her support. She's just awesome. Thank you, baby. Pumpkin pie is my favorite dessert. I really like it. Pie is my favorite dessert overall, but pumpkin is my favorite. We also really like sushi. We go out for sushi once in a while, and it's really good. We really like it. For special occasions, we go out. It's awesome. Number 9. Nintendo Capri Sun was the first Let's Player I ever found, and introduced me to the concept of what Let's Playing is. It was a Banjo-Kazooie Let's Play, and I just find him very inspiring in a lot of ways. I watched his vlog channel, and his vlog channel is very interesting as well, and I'm just so proud of him and how far he's come and everything, and he's just a really great guy all the way around. And it's just really cool to see him in his vlogs start out. You know, he quits smoking and he goes to the gym, he overcomes his shyness, and he's just a really cool guy. He's my favorite vlogger, and in fact I made a video about how he's my favorite vlogger and how awesome he is and everything. And I don't watch vlogs very often, but his vlogs, once in a while, I'll start from the beginning, back in Jealous Guy, and work to breaking in CAS and everything. And he's just really cool all the way around. Number 10, the final number. We got there, guys. Now, when I found Nintendo Capri Sun, he led me to a lot of other Let's Players, ones like Lucajin. And once I found Lucajin, that led me to Attacking Toucans. And Attacking Toucans eventually started a Let's Play of Five Nights at Freddy's. And in the suggestion tab on Five Nights at Freddy's suggested videos, there was a guy there, and he was a really cool Let's Player. and it was Markiplier. And I'm like, this was the first time I saw him. And I'm like, this guy with like a radio voice, he's got the radio background. I thought he was in an actual studio. And I watched his videos a couple times, but I kept coming back because he was just so funny and so goofy. And I started watching his videos more and more. And he played great games, interesting games like Presentable Liberty and the Stanley Parable, and he played Agario. He plays a lot of really interesting indie games. He does a lot of crazy challenges like the Ice Bath Challenge, Clothespin. He's done a bunch of hot sauce ones. He's done Habanero Ice Bath Challenge. But he also donates to a lot of charities. He also helps raise money for charities as well. And he's just an awesome person, an awesome YouTuber all the way around. He's my favorite YouTuber. So it just goes to show you how sometimes collaborations and how connected YouTube can be. And I'm so glad I found him because he is my favorite YouTuber. When he first started his channel in the early times, he talked about how video games can help change the world. And he and his fans have proven that. And I know that we are proud of him, and I know his father would be proud of him, and he's just an awesome YouTuber all the way around. And now on to the shoutouts. The moment you've all been waiting for. Now, I don't have these all set in a particular order, and there are some people I might have missed by accident, but it's not intentional. The first four are Elijah Taylor, Collusion GD, Dark Wolf, and Tape Illusioner. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys comment on a lot of the videos, and I appreciate you guys. There's also Shada or Shada Hero, and there's also Obnoxious Matt, who's my friend, and Plantera Killer, who's also awesome, and there's also Dodgy Dogs is cute. A lot of you guys have commented on videos as well, and I appreciate your guys' support. It really does mean a lot. It does help the channel out a lot, so I appreciate you guys. Then there's Swagmel123, Happy Person Terraria, Alex the Gamer 2993, Roblox Mad, and then there's Aiden Gamer TV Monday. You guys also leave a lot of comments and videos and suggestions, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you. There's also Taoist Dragon, Mr. Flamingo YouTube. There's also Reaper Mesh, and there's John Hightower. Now, John Hightower is not a Let's Player, but he did help us out on our Let's Play channel by suggesting that we do Twitch and then upload the archives to YouTube. So without him, we wouldn't be doing Let's Play videos. Taoist Dragon is also a good friend, and Reaper Mesh is really cool. He helped us out a lot on the Twitch channel when we were first starting out. And Flamingo, he comments on a lot of our videos. So thank you guys so much. Thank everyone for all your support. It's like I said at the beginning of the video, no channel is anything without its subscribers and its subscriber support. So thank you guys very much. I also want to thank Michelle and this family so much for their support. I couldn't do it without them, and I want to thank you guys so much as well. Thank you guys. And now on to the shoutouts. The moment you've all been waiting for. I'm gonna...